Now, this exhibition has got some of the most amazing vehicles that I've seen. Some I haven't seen, but a lot of them are old friends of mine because they've been on films that I've directed the action on. But there's some iconic ones here, like the DB5 from Goldfinger. There's so many things here. I'm actually astounded how they got them all in here. The car behind me, which is the BMW 7 Series, of which I had 17, and they all went back in carrier bags when we finished with them. They're all trashed completely. But I've got very fond memories of this particular car because I think it developed into a really unique and interesting chase where Bond drives it from a remote-controlled handset. So I've got very happy memories of these cars.
Don't get any ideas.
I'd never dream of it.
The bike behind us is the BMW that we used on Tomorrow Never Dies. I was doubling for Michelle Yeoh, and I was riding the motorbike handcuffed not to Piers Brosnan, unfortunately, but to Jean-Pierre Goy, who's the most amazing motorcyclist. It's not the sort of motorcycle that you would usually do what we did with it, which included doing wheelies and spins and all sorts of things. It's a very big, heavy road bike. I was very, very lucky. My father was a stuntman. And in fact, he worked on the very first Bond movies too. Great. So there's a little history there.
I've worked on 2 Bond movies, the last one, Skyfall, and Quantum of Solace, where this was my office for 3 months, the Aston DBS, which is a great way to spend your time. I've been racing for 20 years, so I suppose that was my personal preparation. And then for the film, we had a month of rehearsals out in Italy. Before we went off to Lake Garda and Carrara, the quarry that you can see in the background. The whole thing's pretty hair-raising. It's amazing, you know, we're at very high speeds. We had 12 Aston Martin DBSs for the shoot, and they destroyed all 12 in the making of it. So that was an expensive way to dispatch of some supercars. We don't use CGI. It's all live action. So the cars get a beating, but it does look cool. And I think throughout the history of Bond chases, they've been pretty brutal. The special part is that they've kept this collection with the boats, the flying gadgets, and all these old cars. And there's an energy in here I think is just incredible. It makes you want to go into the shop and spend far too much money when you want to leave.